keep the secret than to disclose it in a patent, because it's very difficult to copy. You can't study from the product how it was made. And then secrecy is a smart thing to do. And every business has secrets, like client dates or margins, cost calculations. There's lots of secrets actually there. The technology secrets, as I said, procedures, ways of manufacture, recipes. Never a product, because a product you're going to sell, the moment your secret is sold, your secret is gone. That's not the last thing. So there's some reasons not to file a patent. First of all, and this is something really good to realize, 97% of all the patents, if you put them on a pile, will not be economically viable. That means that only 3% of all the patent applications that are filed, and all the patents are out there, are really economically viable. That means that my work, for 97% of the total amount of work I do, is for nothing. That's really weird. So we have a profession that we should handle every application as if it were the 3%, whereas we know that about 97% will never be economically viable. And this can frustrate inventors, of course. Throughout my career, I have identified 2 factors of success, and this is really relevant also for your institute. One is the existence of paying clients in the field of technology where the invention lies. And the second one is the willingness to lose an arm or a leg to have the invention yourself. If both of these factors are absent, the chances are very high that you land in this 97% of not viable patents. This is really a very important thing for your institute to see, like, hey, are we having payable clients that pay, or is there somebody that is really willing to lose an arm or a leg to make the invention come true, come alive? Really important question. So there's some reasons to file a patent. Again, have a competitive advantage. Increase the value of your business. Logically, if you have patents, then you have certain monopolies, so you can, how would I say, avoid competition. By nature, can that be of value? You can increase your credibility. You can enhance your power in negotiation, especially if you want investors to get into your business. Another thing, you can raise licensing income. If you have a monopoly, if you have a patent, then you can license it out. It's sort of renting out the right to others so that they can exclusively use your invention. And for that they can pay you a fee. Of course, convincing investors to invest. Obtain a positive image of your business. Patents are still seen as a very good publication. You can improve your defense. If somebody says you're infringing my patents and you can show some patents yourself, then you have a stronger case in the court saying you have nothing. Another thing is that you can promote innovation amongst your employees. This is typically for the Netherlands. We have a sort of a tax incentive for innovation. So if you file patents, you can reduce your income tax on your business or your profit tax. Really interesting for those who think. And this is quite a lousy reason. It is preventing others from developing technology. It is actually not going, how to say, not directing to your own strength, but more like directing to the weakness of others. So this is a relative cool reason. So what would be a nice strategy of your institute? And there's a case as TNO. TNO is a Dutch research institute, very much like your institute. It is a technology institute, government subsidized, and they have contract research for third parties. Mostly government institutions, but also commercial institutions. And they have a filing policy of patents. And this is good to see. In the past, they had some 20 Dutch patent application filed a year, and then in the mid 2010s, they decided to stop with filing Dutch patents and only filing international patents. And if you look at the highest level, there were 140 patents filed. Now they file around 70, 80, 90 patents a year. All international applications. And that they do in order to either get money back in joint ventures, in licenses, or spin-offs. Very much like your institution is also trying to get some return on technology. In 2016, this is according to the last annual report, they had 9 spin-offs that had been externalized. That sounds like a lot, but you have to know that these spin-offs are sort of first spun off to a subsidiary of TNO. It's called TNO Bedrijven, TNO companies, and after that they are sold. It looks nice, but these total 9 have been sold for a little loss. So it sounds more beautiful than it is. Yet, if you read their report further, in all their spin-offs, like from the past, I say 20-25 years, they claim that they are employing about 1,100 people. And I think this number is more or less correct. So they do bring something to the Dutch economy. So what are the options? Well, I had to put it in a bit small print. File a national application, a Ugandan, file a regional application, file a PCT application, or file any foreign application, for instance a US or a Japanese. These are sort of the options if you decide to file for a patent, what you can do in the first instance. There's a nice thing in the PCT system, unlike the European system and other systems, there's huge reductions for countries from mid-Africa. First of all, you have a 90% reduction in the filing fee and in the search handling fee and some other handling fees. Then the patent application, the international patent applications filed in the PCT originating from Uganda are dealt with by the European Patent Office as search and examination authority under the PCT treaty. And they give 75% reduction on the search fee and the examination fee. In total, this will make a difference of about 4,500 euros. Very, very interesting. There's another nice thing of this PCT procedure. If you file it, you can wait for 13 months before you make a decision to transfer this PCT application into any national application. So you give yourself time. So it's nice to have this time, whereas you also have the reduction in fees. Good to realize. So what I would propose, and that is really, it's only my opinion, but if you want to file any patent, first try to look for a partner in business that has paying clients. And why is this? You saw these factors of success of a patent. They are enormously increased if the patent is in a field where you have paying client in the same technical field. If not, the chances are very much higher that it will never be a viable technology. So that's why I say this. It's only my opinion. So it's do whatever you want to do. So how to do that? Approach potential partners with a secrecy agreement. So not file a patent, but approach several business partners, and that does not need to be Ugandan companies, it can be companies all over the planet. If you say, hey, we have something in your field, we would like to show it to you under secrecy, would you be interested? I say, from my own experience, most companies are interested. So this is a good route. If this secrecy agreement is filed and this company wants to be partnering in the technology, only then file a PCT. And why is this? PCT, even with the reductions, cost money. And if you cannot spin out or spin off this technology within the 13 months of PCT, for whatever reason, then I would suggest let it go. So I think this is the wisest strategy. There's another reason. Since the PCT is handled by the European Patent Office, the European Patent Office is considered the best patent authority at the moment in the planet. So you get use of the best, how would I say, governmental institution there is, with a reduction in fees of 75%. You cannot get it back. The quality of the ARIPO is good, but not as good because they don't have the means and the staff of the European Patent Office. Just, I don't know exactly how many people that work in Harare, but I guess it's several hundred maximum. The European Patent Office, it is about 9,000 people that work there. So it's a huge, huge staff. So, as I said, you can postpone this national procedure for 30 months. So you can actually postpone the deep costs, and then it's really costing money, especially if you protect it in a lot of countries, you can postpone it by 30 months. And indeed, if you're not able to spin off this company, I would just suggest you, as a strategy, to say, okay, if it's not viable in 30 months, when will it ever be viable? We just let it go and we concentrate on something else. So this is my opinion. So if you ask, would you patent yes or no? I would say definitely, but under these conditions. So do it wisely and try not to see the patent as a goal, but say it as a means to achieve your real goals. And I think your real goals are more like stimulating and bringing further the industry of Uganda. I guess that's more or less a goal. I don't know it, I haven't seen it, but I guess it's like it. So, I want to ask you, I have some 40 slides left about the history, but I can imagine that you're now full with information. So